I wasn't surprised because you were nurturing and fostering young writers, right? So I would love it if you would tell us about how long you've been at Books of Hope, and then what has happened from the beginning until now. Because I know it's a fabulous story, and I know you have some truly wonderful people who are working with you. So tell everyone who's listening. Are you listening, people? Are you listening?
All right. Thank you, Nina, for that introduction. And just to answer your questions, I've been with Books of Hope for 4 years, almost 4 years now. And it's a phenomenal program that happens in Somerville. It's based in a public housing project on Mystic Avenue. And since 1999, artists and writers have been going there to work with the young people of that housing development to teach them creative writing and to inspire the youth to write books. And so that's what we have been doing for the last 4 years, and folks before us were doing it. Indeed, we just recently had a book release party because in my hand I have one of several new books that were recently published by our young people. So we had a book release party at the Somerville Library last Thursday evening, and our guest of honor was Anika Nyler, who is the founder of the program. Who's an author and an educator, originally from New York City, and she had come to this area, oh gosh, I guess about 11 years ago, to work on a book that she was putting together, and she eventually got published. And she lived literally across from where the housing development was. She recognized that there were a lot of young people over there. They needed something to do. And she decided she would bring her talents to the Mystic Housing Development. And that's how Books of Hope got birthed. And it's been going on ever since. And, you know, I'm very pleased with the work that we've been doing over the last 4 years. I'm very pleased with the younger people who are helping out with the program. Taleo, as you mentioned, Aaliyah Hamada, Jade Sylvan, who's not here, Jason Souza. And we've just had an incredible year of folks who've been participating in this program and really helping us to go to the next level of what Books of Hope can be. And I tell you, over the 10+ years that it's existed, it's done amazing things, but we're so proud of our books. This one I have in my hand is called Vernacular Landmines, and you'll be hearing from the author a little bit later on this evening. Her name is Ilda Samantha Joseph, and it's her first year with Books of Hope, and she put out some really powerful work. And we restyled our books. You know, I don't know if you remember, but our previous books were more like chapbook style, but now we're like fashion bound. That's right. We got ISBN numbers, barcodes. Ready to get one of these books because these young people really want you to read their books, and they also want you to help them out. Because one of the things that we do with Books of Hope is we recognize that, you know, not only are we creating a forum where youth can express themselves and be creative and show the world that, yes, young people of color are interested in reading and writing, but also we're encouraging them to be social entrepreneurs. So they're taking their talent along with, you know, their imaginations. They're creating their books, and then they're going out and they're thinking about how can I market this and, you know, raise money through this very hard work that I've done. I spent a lot of time putting this together. And then also, you know, those monies go back. They help these young people, you know, buy all that stuff they like to get at the mall. But it also does assist them, you know, in alleviating their parents in terms of their expenses. And we really encourage them to give back to the community as well, you know. And so we try to find ways throughout the course of the year in which the talent of these youth, as well as some of the resources that they gain, actually go back into the communities where they come from, you know. Nina, you know this, that many of our young people are of Haitian backgrounds, and this was a year, I know Haitian Flag Day just happened. Are you doing that? But you know, we work with a lot of Haitian and Haitian American young people. And this year, of course, everyone knows, the country was really devastated beyond belief with this incredible earthquake. And of course, the Haitian people have shown their resiliency once again. And we just can only hope and pray that, a lot of the attention that's been focused at that country, that it will continue, and that those resources that have been sent from all around the world, that they will be applied appropriately, and that the people of Haiti will be able to really self-determine what it is that they want to build for their future. Nina, as you said, I have a little bit of a political history. Just a little. So, I could be critical of, some of the governmental systems, let's just say. But I think it's really critical that, first of all, I want to appreciate that some of the European governments just erased the debt.
They erased finally.
That needed to happen. Did somebody erase my debt, by the way? I would like that. But that's significant because, one of the reasons why Haiti has suffered to the degree that it has is the tremendous amount of debt that was put upon it because of its own self-determination. When it broke the chains of slavery, actually, the debt that was applied to the country exceeded what had been applied to anyone. Actually, Haiti had to pay more for its freedom than Louisiana and Mexico and all of those countries combined in terms of gaining their liberty. And so the Haitian people literally were strapped with debt, which I think it took them up to about 1950 or so to pay back. And that's starting way back in the 1800s. So, and then of course, once they paid it back, just like with us, the credit card companies started sending them all sorts of paper, and they started getting more debt. So they never even got to experience what it's like to be debt-free. But right now is a critical time because they need to take those resources and they need to put them in the hands of people who really want to see that country come to life. They need to take charge. It's very important that people, just like us, start to organize on a grassroots level and claim their power so that what has happened in the past won't happen in the future. I wanted to say that there's a lot of resiliency there. Of course, there have been many events, benefits to help out. We ourselves participated in many of them, and indeed we helped to organize one in Harvard Square with a group called the Liberation Poetry Collective that took place at the Pierre Menard Gallery. And all the monies that we raised went to grassroots groups in Haiti. They didn't go to Red Cross, it didn't go to Doctors Without Borders, no offense, but we really gave it to the people. But that group includes Askia Touré, old dear friend, and Tonton Guy, and Brenda Walcott, Aldo Tombolini, all these old elder poets who have been on the front lines of literature and politics for a long time. And the esteemed Martina Espada was a part of it. Daniel Legros George was a part of that reading. So it's just, a pleasure to be out there working with other cultural workers, raising money and encouraging these young people to do the same, professional troublemakers.